Education. We have discussed income inequality. We've had a brief discussion on many topics that are important to us as members of the U.S. House of Representatives.
Yeah, more details, please.
We talked about, specifically we talked about how women are treated in this country. We talked about how the minority party has influence in this country. We as well talked about the amount of illiteracy. We as well talked about some political issues. We talked about trade agreements and how they are affecting people here. We know that they have been good for the United States, but we want to know if they've been good for the people of Morocco. We've talked about a number of issues that we think are important. Now, mind you, this is just our first real meeting of the day, so we've not had a lot of conversations, but we've had some very good conversations.
Yeah, just some idea about your assessment of the series of reforms in Morocco, the latest reforms in terms of women's rights, in terms of political reforms in general.
Well, the President was just talking with us about the new Constitution, which we are so pleased to hear about as well. We are happy to hear that a lot of the reforms were happening before the Arab Spring, that some of these issues were being tackled long before people started to protest in the streets. And so we're excited to hear about that. We talked this morning about the strength of labor unions in your country and how they protect workers. So I think that it is important for us to understand that Morocco was ahead of the curve, not waiting to be forced to reform, but reforming because they knew reform was necessary.